Okay. Can you see that? Okay. All right. So, welcome aboard with Blue Touch Cleaning Services. We are dedicated to providing exceptional cleaning services and ensuring our spaces are always pristine and welcoming. So a little bit about myself. My name is Rasherio Blue. I was born in Appomattox. Proud business owner of the 11th state, leading commercial residential cleaning business owner with SWAM certifications, married with 4 children. My professional life is a strong commitment to my family and faith in the universal law. In my free time, I enjoy being an officer or the member of the OES, Eastern Star. In vacations, I love to just relax and recharge and be about my business. The 4th thing is for contractors. So you don't have to worry about really this right here. So to receive all of your work for the week, you're already on the Square app. So the Square app will list the jobs, the locations, and all of that. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. There. And the services we provide, you already know we do residential and commercial, Airbnb, move out, move in cleaning. And these are just some of the equipment that we use and also chemicals. So Lysol, bleach, I really don't use too much bleach because sometimes people have carpet and we might make a mistake and spill bleach. So I do use one chemical, and that's Odor Ban. It's a multi-purpose cleaner and disinfectant. So you can use it on anything and everything.
So like concentrate treatment?
No, it's not concentrate.
Okay.
Yes, you don't have to worry about it. It's already.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already mixed. Now, the client requires like Murphy oil or stainless steel cleaner. I do have all of that. It's all one brand. So I will give you all of your cleaning supplies and everything for you to use. You'll also get goggles. You'll get gloves. Then you'll get apron. Then you'll also get like a little booklet and a pen just to write down like any problems or anything like that. If you need help with something, you can give me a call. The badge, my number is right on the badge. So if you have like a question or anything on the job, you just call me there if you have an emergency or something like that. Yeah. All right. So most of our client pain points are windows, cobwebs, soap scum, mirrors, shower doors, stainless steel, and appliances. Those are the things that we try to pay the most attention to. So now we're going to go into training and everything. With OSHA, you're going to learn how to protect yourself. You're going to learn about PPE. You're going to learn about chemicals. You're going to learn just basically safety, clean environment. Okay. All right, so we're done with this. Start the video. And you probably won't even be here. You probably won't even be here 2 hours. I'll still give you the credit for it. Okay.
I wonder if HoneyBook has any new clients for me today.
I wonder where my best leads come from.
I wonder if I'll get paid on time.
I wonder how I should be marketing my business.
I wonder if I should raise my prices.
I wonder what other services I should offer.
I wonder if I can automate this.
I wonder, what are some ways to grow my business?
Safety training for residential cleaners. Safety training for residential cleaners provides comprehensive training for cleaning technicians. The training is OSHA compliant and meets SIMS certification requirements. Workplace safety. This safety program identifies guidelines for preventing the most common accidents associated with cleaning. When used consistently and properly, these safety guidelines will help reduce accidents. But use of these guidelines alone is not the total answer to accident prevention. Safety in the workplace requires good judgment. You must identify and report unsafe situations immediately to your supervisor. and help them correct them before an accident occurs. As part of your job, you're expected to follow the safety guidelines outlined in this program. Remember, no job is so important and no service is so urgent that you cannot take the time to perform the work safely. General workplace safety is everyone's concern. Employees must abide by all rules and regulations associated with employee health and safety. It is an employee's duty to report all accidents, injuries, hazards, and safety concerns to your supervisor or manager immediately. Reporting hazards and unsafe conditions. It is every employee's responsibility to be on the lookout for possible hazards and unsafe conditions. If you see one of the conditions on the following list or any other hazard or unsafe condition, report it to your supervisor immediately. Follow the proper protocol. Tell your supervisor about your workplace safety concerns first. This will give the company a chance to address those concerns in the office, if that is where the safety hazard is, or with the homeowner. Some examples of unsafe conditions include slippery floors and walkways, tripping hazards such as cords or hose, burned out lights, loose or broken outlets, unlocked doors, blocked doorways, loose or broken handrails, broken or cracked windows, oily rags, smoke. Drive safely. Drive defensively and wear your seatbelt. Drive with constant alertness and care. Obey traffic laws and signals at all times. Maintain a 3-point contact using both hands and one foot or both feet and one hand when climbing into and out of vehicles. Turn the vehicle off before filling with fuel. Do not smoke while fueling the car. Wash your hands with soap and water if you spill gasoline on your hands. Secure exterior and interior supplies and equipment before driving. Cleaning equipment falling from or flying around in your vehicle not only damages the equipment, but they can injure or even kill pedestrians, occupants, and other motorists. Make sure all doors are closed and locked. Distractions are the leading cause of motor vehicle crashes, and cell phones are the top distraction. For this reason, cell phones are not to be used while driving. Slips, trips, and falls. Exercising caution when cleaning a residence seems to be obvious, but when you are in the middle of doing something, you need to become complacent or get things done quicker. Pay close attention to the following tips, and your workplace will be safer. Always wear rubber-soled shoes. Never wear sandals or open-toe shoes. Be aware of cords, rugs, toys, and other objects on the floor that can cause a tripping hazard. Avoid carrying trash, equipment, or heavy objects across wet floors. Avoid overuse of floor polish, as it can create a slippery floor. Pets should be kept in confined areas so you don't trip over them, and so they can't get into your cleaning supplies. Do not leave cleaning tools, equipment, or trash bags in hallways, and do not block doorways. The outer edges of rugs or floor mats should lie flat on the floor. Always clean up spills immediately. If the homeowner is there, use wet floor signs. Electrical safety. Inspect electrical cords to vacuum cleaners and other electrical equipment before plugging them into outlets. Look for frayed cord casings and exposed wiring. Make sure all 3 prongs on the plug are not bent or missing. Report overloaded electric outlets to your supervisor. If an electrical cord is damaged, don't use the equipment. Tell your supervisor. Never remove a plug from an outlet by jerking the wire from any distance. Always pull the plug out with your hand. Never run over vacuum or equipment cords. Never operate electrical equipment on wet floors or carpets unless the equipment is designed for operation on wet surfaces. Container labels. Labels on chemicals must include 1. The common name of the chemical. 2. The name, address, and emergency phone number of the company responsible for the product. 3. An appropriate hazard warning. It is the policy of this company that no container of hazardous substances will be released for use until the following label information is verified. 1. Containers are clearly labeled as to the contents. 2. Appropriate hazard warnings are noted. 3. The name, address, and emergency phone number of the manufacturer or
Okay,
distributor.
6.
Yes.
This responsibility has been assigned to your supervisor to further ensure that employees are aware of the hazardous material used in their work areas. It is our policy to label all secondary containers. You must communicate with your supervisor to ensure that all containers and secondary containers are labeled with either an extra copy of the original manufacturer's label or with generic labels that have a block for identity and blocks for the hazard warning.
Cleaning professionals who work in residential, commercial, and industrial environments are at constant risk of injury and illness because of routine exposure to dangerous chemical substances. Chemical cleaning products fall into 4 broad categories: detergents, sanitizers, disinfectants, and sterilizing agents. Exposure to these chemicals can lead to a wide range of health problems. There are 4 potential avenues for chemical entry into the body: inhalation, absorption through the skin, ingestion, and injection. Therefore, employers are obliged to ensure a safe workplace that minimizes present risks and create a safety policy that stipulates the use of less hazardous chemical solutions, ensures appropriate personal protective equipment is available, and contains instructions and procedures designed to limit chemical exposure through unnecessary handling. Chemical hazards can be communicated to workers via clear labeling, easy access to material safety data sheets, and development of a suitable training program. Best practice demands that a thorough risk assessment be undertaken prior to selection and purchase of protective solutions, especially gloves, which are manufactured in a wide range of chemical-resistant materials. To ensure you identify the best protective options for your workers, look for a manufacturer that offers a comprehensive range of hand protection solutions. For more information or to subscribe to Safety Briefing, go to www.ansell.com.
Alright, this is the last video.
Look at this. 94% of people believe company culture is important to.
Hello and welcome. I'm John, your safety trainer, here with today's lesson on cleaning and disinfection safety. Before we begin, remember to sign up on your mobile device or online to receive credit for this training. If you feel the need to pause this video at any time to have a discussion, we encourage you to do so. Hotels, motels, and other places people work and gather can be easy places for the spread of germs, viruses, and bacteria. To help minimize the chances of both employees and guests contracting colds and flus or other illnesses, effective cleaning and disinfecting procedures should be put in place, because improperly using chemicals could cause harm to either an employee or a guest. In this lesson, we'll go over the differences between cleaning and disinfecting, the hazards, personal protective equipment, and proper cleaning and disinfecting techniques. While many people will use the terms cleaning and disinfecting interchangeably, the truth is these terms have very different meanings. Cleaning is the removal of germs, dirt, and impurities from surfaces or objects. This is achieved by a person using a soap or detergent and water to physically scrub them from the surface. This process, depending on the agent used, does not necessarily kill all germs. It just minimizes the risk of spreading infection and lowers the overall number of germs. Disinfecting, on the other hand, kills germs. This is accomplished by a person either using one or more chemicals to kill the germs that are living on objects and surfaces. Disinfecting a surface after it has been cleaned can help further minimize the risk of spreading infection. One of the most hazardous things that can happen with chemicals is mixing different chemicals together. Mixing one or more different chemicals together can result in the creation of dangerous gases, such as chlorine, nitrogen trichloride, and hydrazine. These gases can cause respiratory irritation and damage, and in some serious cases, loss of consciousness or death. In addition, improper use of detergents or chemicals or improper room ventilation could potentially expose you to skin, eye, or respiratory irritation or damage, as well as poisoning from accidental ingestion. Please note that hazards will differ between products, and if you have any questions about the products you are using, please read the manufacturer-provided safety data sheets, also known as SDS. The safety data sheets will give specifics on hazards associated with use and personal protective equipment that should be worn, in addition to any first aid steps that can be taken to help someone if they have an adverse reaction. When working with chemicals and detergents, you may need to wear safety glasses or goggles, rubber or nitrile gloves, an apron or other piece of protective clothing, and closed-toed shoes. You should read the manufacturer-provided safety data sheet to see what specific personal protective equipment that you'll need for that product. All PPE should be inspected for damage, with damaged items being reported to your supervisor. After the appropriate PPE has been chosen, you can start selecting the appropriate detergent or chemical for the job. Some detergents and chemicals come ready to use, while others require mixing to the proper concentration prior to use. If you are working with a chemical or detergent that requires mixing, you should mix it in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and read all labels for proper mixture proportions. Now for proper disinfecting, the Center for Disease Control. Hey everyone, if you just watched this video and are thinking, how do I get more of these videos? Click on this link or go to gotsafety.com and we'll show you how you can digitally sign and record employee training records, build custom forms, or even access your OSHA documentation. Go to gotsafety.com right now or call 1-800-734-3574 for more information.
All right, that's it. You got any questions?
No.
Yeah, self-explanatory, real easy.
Right.
Okay. Okie doke, so I do have a pamphlet there, and in that binder is also OSHA, blood-borne pathogens. Yeah, it's right on that when you're writing on.
Oh, this okay.
That binder,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Right, okay. So we keep this too?
No, you don't keep
Oh,
that.
okay.
Just look over it and read it.
Okay.
Yep.
This is front sheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this is just your offer letter as well. Did you fill out that information too?
What's that?
What you have in your hand?
Yeah, it's got a,
I know it's a lot of paperwork.
yeah, no, it's right.
I'll just come over.
My glasses have it.
This is not the fun part. Okay, you know that? So you have to keep getting up. I got you.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Put the date here at the bottom. Thank you. And these forms, this is your offer letter, and it just states what you're getting paid an hour, taxes, everything that we do in the company, and that you're aware of it.
Okay. Just sign the bottom.
Yeah,
Oh.
on the next page.
Okay.
Yep. And dated.
Okay.
And did you already set up your direct deposit?
Yeah, with the cash out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So on here, I'm just gonna put, you just put, Cash App. You fill out Cash App on Square and just sign it right here.
Okay. What's the cash app at? You said-
No, you already
Just
did
sign-
Cash
yeah,
App, so
yeah.
just say, just write Cash App right across here,
Okay,
Cash
okay,
App,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So you don't have to fill the whole thing out again,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it is signed at the bottom, yep.
Date too?
Okay, alright. Alright, we can go over your handbook. Alright, so we'll go over this together, you got it before? Okay. Alright. So the front page is just, on page 5, that's just a welcome page. And number 6, page 6 just says, at will, employment, that you're not being forced to work here. And page 7 just says the ethics about the company, and the facility where we're located, and about the company, what we do, and that's it. And our mission statement, our organization, and the handbook is revised, so it shouldn't be changing anytime soon, but if it does, it just says that it's open to revision. And we went through orientation policies and stuff like that. Now, you'll be on like a 30-day probation period to where the first 30 days you can't take off or
Right.
anything like that. I already have your schedule, so we negotiated that. So I think I have you in from 10:30 till 6 p.m. on days you don't have dialysis.
Okay.
Yeah, days you do have dialysis, I have you for 10:30. And then I have you for 8 a.m. Monday, what is it, Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays, right? Your job.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and we can move on to new hires. So this just says that I report all my new hires to the new hire department. I'll put you in the computer training program. 15, we went over that. Religious accommodations. Now, I know you're a pastor, so on Sundays, do you want to work on that day or no?
I'd rather not.
No, rather not. Okay. Alright, that's fine.
If I'm available, I'll let you know though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so direct deposit, you already went through that and did that. That's on page 17.
Okay.
I'm moving fast.
Okay. All
You can just take that one with you to look over when you get home.
right. Okay. All right.
Now, what I was telling you about page 18, paychecks and deductions. So that's by the law. I don't have anything to do with that.
Right.
So any garnishments or anything they'll take out on their own,
Mhm.
and I'll just pay it there. And the work days. So my work days are from 8:30 a.m. up until 5:30 with weekends, and that's exceptional. I do have Airbnb, so like if I have a checkout on Sunday, I know you can't work on Sunday, but if I have something like on Monday or anything like that, then
Okay.
you'll get those as well. Disciplinary, hopefully we won't have to get to that point, but like if you like violate any of my policies or anything like that, you'll just get written up.
Okay.
Then we'll deal with it from there. Then page 22 just talks about your employment verification and the exit interview. Like if you ever leave, we'll do an interview when you leave, saying why you wanted to leave or anything like that. And then we just go through the termination process. And that's it, really. Conduct. Okay, we're gonna talk about sexual harassment in the workplace, so we don't tolerate that or anything like that. Layoffs, so we don't do any layoffs or anything like that, but it will get slow in the winter months. Then I'll have you do other stuff. So mostly it'll be commercial contracts in the winter. And no solicitation of like my clients or anything like that. On your first day when you start work, I'll have you sign non-solicitation form, and that just protects me and the client. So you still my client, then I can sue you,
Right.
vice versa. And this is basically social media. We talk about social media, page 30, you already signed that, so we're good to go on that. And then if you have jury duty or anything like that, you just let me know, we'll fill out a form, I'll fill it out for you, and you'll be excused or whatever, military leave, anything like that. You're not in the military, correct?
No.
Okay, all right. Workers' compensation, so that's page 34. And this is yours to take with you. No matter how small or if something happens on the job, you always write it down, report it back to me as soon as call me as soon as possible. And these are the doctors that we deal with for the insurance. So they'll go through like a full examination with you and all of that. I have to fill out paperwork here. We have to go through a whole assessment. We report back to each other and communicate. And they'll have a determination, you know, they'll go through their little, whatever they do, for that. And then, the zero tolerance policy, for violence, threats, harassment, or anything like that, disruptive behavior, arguing, we don't do that here. We try to be positive, high energy, high vibrations. So if you have an issue, my door is always open. Talk to me about it. We can resolve it. And that's it. And I ask that anything that I do in my company, like trades or inventions or anything that I create on page 39, that you don't share it. That's a part of the non-solicitation agreement as well. And that's it.
Okay.
Equal opportunity statement is on page 41, just saying that we're equal, you know, employment opportunity business. We don't discriminate or anything like that. We're not sexist, biased, or anything like that. Okay, and there you go. That's it. Pay period is every Friday. Every Friday. So you'll be paid by 5. I think it's 5 p.m. Well, it is, yeah. It's in the evenings, so it'll be by 5. So your time will go in up until Sunday night.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. And that's it. And you can find the back of that page. It's on the very back, the last page, just saying that you have it. I read it to you, went over it, but you can take it home with you as well.
Okay.
Okay. I'll cut it out for you.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, it's on this page right here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, this page.
Oh,
Sign
that page,
here,
okay.
yeah, sign here and date, and then over here, sign.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, now, when I give you a scope of work, and that just means what you have to do when you go in home to clean, if the client says, hey, can you clean this table off over here? You call me or you call AJ. We don't do extra work. You never listen to what they say do, because some people will take advantage of you and have you do extra stuff, because that's not what you paid for, right? So they're gonna, of course, try to get you to do more than what you're supposed to do. But you don't worry about that.
So each job I'll have like
A scope of work, yeah.
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha, okay.
And it'll all be in, like, last night I sent you what today was gonna be, orientation. I'll write it in the notes. So when you pull it up, when you clock in, you'll see everything there.
Okay, okay.
Then you can just sign on top, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is the last one. This is just a sexual harassment policy that you understand, and that's it. And then I'm gonna have all of the copies of everything on your first day. So on your first day of work, you will get your apron, your notebook, your gloves, and everything, masks and goggles.
Okay.
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 And I'll put it like in a little basket for you to make it easy.
Okay.
Everything for you to tote. And this is yours. Okay.
I don't have a number, ID number. Employee number?
You don't have employees.
Okay.
No employee number. I don't do those.
Okay.
The cleaning industry is a little bit different. You know, you can, wing it how you want to. You really don't have to have that until you have about employee numbers. You don't have to do until you get about 30, 50 employees.
Oh, okay.
It's different.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so that's it, Mr. Daly.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Good to go.
what will be my first day?
Your first day will be on Friday. Did you get the text I sent you?
You sent me another one?
Yeah, I sent you a notification. I published it, so I'll go back in after you leave and look at it to see. But I'll have the address in there and everything. And this particular clean is in Cape Charles.
Okay.
Okay. It's not too bad. It's a nice house.
Okay.
It's a big house.
Okay.
It's a 2-story house. So AJ will do the top and you'll do the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is another part of training as well. So we'll be all working together.
I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anything you need will be right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm excited
All right.
the work
All right.
to do.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I need to turn. This is mine. Okay. This is mine.
Yeah, that's your ID. So you can wear whatever you want to wear when you show up. I don't require any uniform or anything like that. You just wear something, cool. You can bring like, water or anything like that you might need so you don't get like overhydrated.
Okay.
I mean dehydrated. I say over, but dehydrated because it's hot outside. So bring your little snacks or whatever you need. And you can take a break. About 30, 15 minutes. That's it. I like to be easy peasy.
Right. I understand.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You keep it. if you
Okay.
want.
All right, okay.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
thanks again.